Okay, let's unpack this. Have you ever felt that nagging sensation, you know? That deep-seated unease, like you're perpetually trying to force a square peg into a round hole?
Yeah, I think everyone knows that feeling. Or something like it.
Or perhaps you're a perfectly round peg, perfectly formed and capable,
Ugh.
right? But the hole you're in, the environment or situation you occupy, it simply isn't the right size for you to truly flourish.
Yeah, that mismatch.
This isn't just a fleeting thought. It feels like a universal experience sometimes. It echoes through our careers, our personal lives, relationships.
Even just daily stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So today, we're embarking on a deep dive into a really, I think, profoundly insightful concept: strategic acceptance. Finding your right size in an imperfect world.
Mm.
Our journey today is fueled by a truly fascinating collection of wisdom. It's specifically curated for August 2nd, which is day 214 of the year, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
And we've meticulously gathered insights from an incredibly diverse array of voices. We're talking about management legend Peter Drucker.
Timeless stuff there.
Absolutely. Then the profound resilience of ancient Stoic philosophers like Musonius Rufus,
Always relevant, the Stoics.
and the sharp, relevant perspectives of modern thought leaders, too. People like Buzoma St. John and Saul Peralta.
A real mix.
Yeah, and each piece of this mosaic, when you weave it together, it's not just general self-help, you know?
No, it feels more targeted.
It's a targeted guide designed to help you find your optimal alignment, your perfect fit, within the often imperfect and constantly shifting landscape of your world.
What's truly fascinating here, I think, is observing how these seemingly disparate threads of wisdom, I mean, spanning centuries and disciplines, they converge. They forge this remarkably robust framework for resilience, effectiveness, and, well, authentic living.
Hmm.
So our core mission today isn't merely to summarize these ideas, it's to distill their essence, to go beyond simply understanding what these concepts are.
Mm-hmm.
We want to illuminate why they possess such profound relevance in your life right now, and maybe most importantly, how you can practically apply them.
Right, the practical side.
We aim to equip you with concrete strategies for navigating your career, fostering personal growth, and just gracefully managing the complexities of daily existence.
Oh.
Our goal is to provide those aha moments, the ones that don't just resonate intellectually but actually stick with you.
Hopefully offering practical tools.
Yeah, practical tools to help you identify your own distinct niche and consistently operate as your most effective, most authentic self. Hashtag the foundation being the right size. Drucker's insight.
Okay, so to really anchor our conversation, let's start with a foundational concept from the brilliant mind of Peter Drucker.
A giant.
Truly, he articulated this core idea that, on the surface, seems maybe deceptively simple, but it carries immense implications for any endeavor, really, a big corporation or just an individual's journey.
Yeah.
He said, a business that is the wrong size is a business that does not have the right niche to survive and prosper.
Simple but deep.
It really is. It isn't just a statement about scale, like being big or small.
No, it's about alignment, suitability.
Right. It means that simply being big, or even small, isn't inherently good or bad. What truly matters is whether you are the right size, the appropriate configuration for the specific purpose you're attempting to fulfill.
And the environment you're operating within. That's key too. Precisely. And Drucker wasn't just talking about some minor inefficiency here. No, he elevated this idea of being the wrong size to the status of a chronic, debilitating, wasting choice and a very common disease.
Oh, okay. A disease.
Yeah. Not just a temporary setback, it's a corrosive, persistent condition. He painted a vivid picture of its symptoms.
Like what?
Well, in a business, or maybe even an individual's professional life, that is the wrong size. There's always one area, or maybe just a few,
Okay.
that is out of all proportion and hypertrophy.
Hypertrophy. That sounds medical.
It is. It means excessively or abnormally enlarged. So in a business context, this could be like a sales department that's way too large for the production capacity.
Gotcha. Or maybe R&D that develops amazing things, but the company can't actually sell them?
Exactly. Or a research budget that just dwarfs the ability to commercialize innovations. For an individual, it might be, I don't know, an over-reliance on a single skill while neglecting others.
Or pouring tons of energy into something that just isn't giving back.
Precisely. Pouring disproportionate energy into a task that simply isn't yielding results. It's an area that consumes an unreasonable, unviable amount of effort and imposes such a crushing cost that achieving any genuine economic performance or even just personal effectiveness becomes virtually impossible.
That makes sense.
So for you, our listener, here's an important question to maybe ponder. Where in your business, or perhaps more acutely in your personal pursuits, do you see a hypertrophied area?
Where are you pouring like 80% of your effort for only 20% of the impact?
Exactly that. It often points directly to a fundamental misalignment in scale or niche, a hidden cost center that's subtly draining your vitality, your energy.
That's a powerful diagnostic lens. And Drucker provides us with a really striking, albeit cautionary case study to bring this concept to life.
Ah, yes,
And yeah,
American Motors.
yeah, the story of American Motors. He detailed how, despite successive plans to aggressively recruit new and strong dealers and push up its sales, they found themselves kind of trapped.
In a paradox, wasn't it?
Totally. An almost unbelievable paradox.
Yeah.
The more they strained and pushed to achieve the sales volume they thought they needed to reach a viable size.
The more they had to increase the very expenses that were actually making the business non-viable.
It's like trying to fill a bucket with a massive hole in the bottom.
Exactly. You keep pouring water in, more effort, more expense, but the level never rises because the leak is just too great.
So American Motors was fundamentally the wrong size for what it was trying to do.
For its chosen ambition, yeah. And the market it was trying to dominate, their efforts to grow just amplified their inherent structural flaws. And if we place that narrative against the contrasting success of, say, Volkswagen, the lesson becomes incredibly clear.
Right, VW.
Volkswagen didn't pursue scale just for scale's sake. They didn't aspire to be the biggest, to cover every single segment of the market.
Yeah, they focused.
They focused. They thrived by occupying a distinct niche. They committed themselves to making small, reliable, and affordable cars.
The Beetle.
The Beetle, exactly. And this wasn't merely a strategic choice. Drucker suggests it was a deeply ingrained aspect of their character.
Interesting. Character of a company.
Yeah, it defined their very operational DNA. This wasn't about raw production volume or sprawling market share. It was about having a crystal clear identity.
And a value proposition.
A value proposition that resonated with a very specific, maybe underserved market segment. So if we connect this to the bigger picture, it powerfully demonstrates that long-term viability and flourishing aren't necessarily about reaching a certain size or scale, but about possessing the right character, the intrinsic purpose, the distinct capabilities, the unwavering commitment to a specific identity for your chosen field or purpose.
They understood their optimal alignment, their perfect fit.
With remarkable clarity, yes.
And Drucker, in his typical style, doesn't just give us the diagnosis. He gives us a direct action point.
Always practical.
Very practical. And it transcends the corporate boardroom, I think, he says. Analyze your business. Are you too small to compete in the business? If so, develop a profitable niche within which you can compete effectively.
It's not about giving up.
No, not at all. It's a radical call for strategic clarity. And this insight, it extends far beyond traditional businesses, right?
Absolutely. It applies with incredible relevance to each of us as individuals.
So are you perhaps trying to compete in a professional or personal arena where you are inherently disadvantaged, constantly battling uphill, feeling like you're the wrong size for the game?
Or are you investing the time and, let's be honest, the courage to identify, cultivate, and relentlessly focus on your unique strengths, your distinctive niche?
This isn't about lowering your ambition, is it?
Not at all. It's about channeling it with laser-like precision into the areas where you can genuinely thrive and make the most profound impact.
It asks us to honestly confront whether we are trying to be something we're not.
Versus embracing our distinct niche and operating as our most authentic and effective selves within it.
The courage lies in acknowledging where you are out of proportion, maybe.
Yeah, and then intentionally recalibrating to find your true center of gravity, your right size. Hashtag character as strategic foundation.
Yeah.
This profound emphasis on finding the right fit, on cultivating distinctiveness, it naturally ushers us into a crucial element.
Okay.
It serves as the bedrock for any sustained success, whether personal or professional.
Character. Okay, going deeper than just strategy.
Exactly. It transcends mere knowledge or skill. It's not just about what you do or even how much you know. It is fundamentally about who you are. That truly determines your sustainable influence, your integrity, and ultimately your lasting place in the world. Character isn't an afterthought. It becomes a strategic foundation for everything else.
Why? Because it gives you the compass.
The internal compass, yeah, and the resilience needed to navigate and optimize within those imperfect realities we talked about.
That brings to mind the remarkably insightful wisdom of legendary football coach Bill Parcells.
Ah, yes.
The tuna. He had this profound understanding of discipline. He said, discipline isn't about punishing players. It's about creating a culture where you don't have to do it.
That's powerful when you unpack
It
it.
really is. It's a paradigm shift in leadership, even personal development. It's not about imposing external rules through force.
No sticks, mostly carrots. Or something else.
More like meticulously building an environment, be it a team, a company, a family, or even just your own personal habits,
Okay.
where the desired behaviors become so ingrained, so naturally aligned with the collective purpose that people want to do the right thing.
Fostering an intrinsic drive.
Exactly. Rather than relying on constant external enforcement.
Precisely. This directly illuminates the path to fostering deep internal alignment and cultivating intrinsic motivation. True. A small team or just, directing your own personal development.
Yeah.
It's never truly about imposing external rules and consequences through sheer power or volume.
Doesn't really work long term.
Right. Instead, it's about cultivating an environment where the desired actions become not just habitual, but inherently desired.
Like a great teacher.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Think about the most effective teachers you've encountered. Did they spend all their energy yelling, micromanaging, or using constant punishment?
Rarely. The best ones didn't need to.
Right. Or did they, through their presence and their choices, create a classroom atmosphere where students genuinely wanted to learn, wanted to contribute, wanted to stretch themselves?
Yeah, that's the magic.
That's the critical distinction between forced compliance and a culture of genuine self-motivated excellence. It's about building a system where being the right size for the task is simply the natural, most rewarding path.
Building on that idea of character as maybe a force multiplier, martial arts master Bruce Lee offered an incredibly powerful distinction. Almost poetic.
What did he say?
Knowledge will give you power, but character respect.
Oof. Yeah, that hits home.
It really compels us to pause and deeply reflect on what we're truly prioritizing in our own lives, our own development. Are we chasing fleeting power or seeking enduring respect?
It's a vital differentiation, isn't it? This insight helps us distinguish between short-term power.
Which you can get pretty quickly sometimes.
Right. Often rapidly acquired through just accumulating knowledge, technical skill, maybe privileged access.
And sustainable, long-lasting influence.
Which is meticulously built and gained through respect, integrity, and genuine character. Consider a complex professional setting, like a high-stakes project team. You might have Alex, the undeniable technical genius, encyclopedic knowledge, solves any algorithm.
Powerful in a way.
Undeniably powerful in a functional sense. But then you have Sam. Sam might not always have the fastest answer, but consistently collaborates, supports colleagues, admits mistakes readily.
Reliable. Kind.
Fiercely reliable and kind. When a crisis hits or a tough ethical decision needs to be made, who do you turn to?
You turn to Sam?
Who do you trust to lead with integrity, even when the path is unclear? While you might leverage Alex's knowledge for a specific problem, you will rely on Sam's character for long-term partnership, for resilience under pressure.
They're the moral compass of the team.
Exactly. The real insight Bruce Lee offers is the synergy and maybe even potential tension between these two.
Knowledge without character.
Can lead to power misused, a legacy of distrust, even destruction. Conversely, character without enough knowledge might lead to good intentions but ineffective execution.
So you need both.
The truly unstoppable force, the individual who finds their right size for lasting impact, is the one who cultivates both. Deep expertise anchored by unshakable integrity.
So what are you prioritizing? Mere capability or profound, enduring respect? That's the question for the listener.
Yeah.
And while character is definitely about who you are individually, it also plays this crucial, nuanced role in how you integrate into the world around you.
How you belong.
Yeah, exactly. Sol Peralta offered some beautifully articulated wisdom that bridges this gap. Your individuality is important, but so is belonging.
Finding that balance.
Recognize the parts of your culture that have shaped your past and the parts you want to carry with you into the future.
That resonates deeply with this core idea of finding your right size, doesn't it?
How so?
Well, it's not about being so monumentally large that you overshadow everyone else, nor so tiny that your unique contribution just vanishes.
Absolutely. This insight brilliantly balances the non-negotiable importance of cultivating a strong, authentic self-identity
Knowing who you are.
with the equally crucial human need for community connection, a sense of belonging.
Right. We need both.
Finding your right size in a larger context means having a clear understanding of your unique contribution, your distinct capabilities, what makes you you.
Mm-hmm.
Simultaneously, it means valuing, nurturing, and actively engaging with your place within a larger framework, your family, team, community, cultural heritage, whatever it is.
It's not passive, then. No, it's an active, conscious process. Choosing which cultural elements, traditions, values you want to respectfully carry forward.
And which ones maybe no longer serve you.
Exactly. Which ones no longer serve your growth or your true character. It's about authentically being your unique self within a larger whole,
Finding that sweet spot.
where your individuality not only survives but actually enhances the collective, and where the collective provides a supportive framework for your growth. It's the art of finding your perfect fit in a tapestry of many.
Sometimes that character, that wisdom, even manifests not in what we say or do.
But in what we don't do.
Exactly. In the discipline of knowing when not to act, or crucially, when not to speak. There's a piece of unnamed wisdom in our sources that gets right to this. You could have the right things to say, the knowledge, but it's not the right time to say it.
Oh.
Sometimes wisdom is just shutting up,
Chuckles. Okay, that's blunt. But true.
right?
This is such a nuanced yet immensely powerful point about the often underestimated facets of character and self-awareness. It profoundly explains how character manifests not just in bold action or contribution or eloquent speech,
But in restraint.
equally, if not more profoundly, in the discipline of strategic restraint. It's about having the acute self-awareness and situational intelligence to understand your proper role in a dynamic.
Knowing your place in a good way.
Yeah, and discerning the optimal timing for your input. Wisely avoiding unnecessary chatter or ill-timed interventions that could derail a delicate conversation or a critical situation.
That connects back to finding your niche, doesn't it?
Directly. Knowing when your unique voice is truly needed, when it will be impactful.
And when it's far more strategic to observe, listen intently, or just allow others the space.
In a world often saturated with noise, where everyone feels compelled to offer an opinion,
So much noise.
the person who masters the art of selective silence often finds their words, when finally spoken, carry far greater weight and influence.
Making your contributions deliberate.
Deliberate, impactful, and appropriately sized for the moment, rather than impulsively expressed. It's about truly understanding the landscape around you, letting its truth reveal itself.
And not trying to force your size or your ideas where they don't organically fit.
Exactly. Hashtag adaptability within constraints.
Okay, here's where our deep dive gets really interesting, I think. Where the rubber truly meets the road for strategic acceptance.
Okay.
What happens when the stage you're on fundamentally shifts? Or the script you meticulously prepared changes drastically, unexpectedly, maybe irrevocably. Life happens. Our sources give us powerful insights into how deep character becomes the ultimate fuel for adaptability, empowering us even when the world throws curveballs we never saw coming. Consider the profoundly impactful story of Theodore Roosevelt.
TR, always larger than life.
Absolutely. Late in his life, after a particularly severe surgery, he got devastating news. He might be confined to a wheelchair for the rest of his days.
Crushing news for anyone, especially someone so active.
Right. Many would collapse.
Yeah.
But his response, delivered with his trademark, energy and an unyielding spirit, was simply, all right, I can work that way too.
Wow, just immediate acceptance and adaptation. What's truly remarkable, almost awe-inspiring about Roosevelt's response is that it wasn't denial.
No.
Nor was it like naive, false optimism. Oh, it'll be fine.
Right.
It was an immediate, visceral, and profoundly tactical adaptation to a dramatic new strategic reality.
He didn't waste time lamenting.
Not a single moment lamenting what he might lose, what opportunities were now closed off. Instead, his deep-seated character immediately engaged, and he pivoted with astonishing speed.
To find a new way.
A new way to operate, a
Yeah.
different path to fulfill his purpose within radically altered parameters. This stands as the ultimate example of working within whatever room is left. It's about recognizing that while external circumstances might drastically change how you pursue your goals,
You don't inherently have to
That's okay.
dismantle your purpose.
or the why your core values, he instantly began the process of finding his right size for the new situation, redefining his capabilities within his new constraints.
This immediate, almost instinctual, unwavering adaptability we see in Roosevelt. It finds a profound echo in ancient wisdom, too. Shows how timeless it is.
Like the Stoics.
Exactly. The Stoic philosopher Musonius Rufus, for instance, posed this challenging, powerful rhetorical question. Indeed, how could exile be an obstacle to a person's own cultivation or to attaining virtue?
Wow. Exile, an obstacle to virtue.
When no one has ever been cut off from learning or practicing what is needed by exile. Talking about a radical reframing of a profoundly challenging situation.
He truly held a transformative perspective. And Ryan Holiday, in his contemporary interpretation in The Daily Stoic, he articulates this principle beautifully.
How does he put it?
He connects it to a core tenet of Stoic philosophy. Nothing can prevent us from learning.
Okay.
Nothing. Nothing. In fact, difficult situations are often opportunities for their own kinds of learning, even if they're not the kinds of learning we'd have preferred. Ah, okay. Not preferred, but still learning.
Still learning. This perspective is nothing short of revolutionary, really. It takes what look like insurmountable obstacles, exile, illness, career setbacks, economic downturns, and radically transforms them into unique advantages.
Into learning opportunities.
Unparalleled learning opportunities. It's not that the obstacle itself is inherently good. It's that the response to the obstacle forces creativity, resilience, and growth that wouldn't otherwise happen.
Like the Volkswagen example again.
Exactly. Much like how Volkswagen's strategic decision to embrace its smaller size and distinct niche, a self-imposed constraint, in a way became an overwhelming competitive advantage compared to American Motors.
Their constraint became their strength.
Their optimal alignment. This raises an important, deeply personal question for you, our listener. How can you view your current challenges, whatever they are? A tough project, a personal setback, an unexpected pivot.
Not just as roadblocks. Not as mere roadblocks, but as unique, albeit often uncomfortable, learning opportunities. Opportunities to develop new skills, forge new perspectives, or cultivate a deeper, more resilient character.
How can you actively seek and find your right size within those specific constraints, even the undesirable ones?
That's the challenge. And the opportunity. Hashtag the responsibility to optimize.
This journey we're on, this idea of strategic acceptance, it's anything but passive.
No, definitely not resignation.
It's not about just throwing your hands up and muttering, well, this is my lot in life, nothing to be done. Quite the opposite. It's about a deeply empowering recognition that even when circumstances are far from ideal, even when they're genuinely difficult or seem insurmountable,
We still have power.
we still possess a profound and undeniable power to act, to influence, and to actively optimize our situation from within. There's an unnamed piece of wisdom in our sources that really drives this crucial point home. It draws a vital distinction many people often miss.
What's the...
It may not be our fault for the situation in which we've ended up, but it is our responsibility to get out of the problem.
Separating fault from responsibility, that's huge.
It is. It's a fundamental separation between blame and agency, and it's incredibly liberating once you really grasp it.
It truly is, and it frees us from that unproductive cycle of victimhood, doesn't it?
Completely.
This isn't about assigning blame or seeking fairness, because frankly, life often isn't fair. Randomness, external forces, they play a big role.
Yeah, stuff happens.
Stuff happens. Instead, this insight is a potent call to activate your personal agency, your effectiveness. Right here, right now.
It shifts the focus.
From the why me to what now. It's choosing to think with clarity and resolve, okay, this situation is far from ideal, and yeah, it might not be my fault I'm in it,
Right.
but what can I do right now with the resources and capabilities I have to make things better? What is squarely within my sphere of influence and control?
It's a pivot.
A powerful, actionable pivot from lamentation to proactive problem solving. It equips you with the internal power to take responsibility for actively finding your most effective position, your perfect fit in any given scenario, regardless of how you got there.
And this empowering sentiment is echoed perfectly by the influential Bozoma St. John. She states it with striking clarity.
What does she say?
We spend far too much time complaining about the way things are and forget that we have the power to change anything and everything.
Whoa, anything and everything. That sounds big.
It does sound big. It's a powerful, direct call to action, isn't it? It challenges our default mode sometimes.
It absolutely is, and it's a critical point for strategic acceptance. It's important to maybe clarify that change here doesn't necessarily mean control everything externally.
Right, you can't control everything.
Or make the situation perfect, especially those external factors. What it means is actively working and adapting within the existing parameters.
Okay, working within.
It's about shifting your internal dialogue and consequently your external actions from complaint or lament or paralysis
To action.
to proactive solution seeking, constant iteration, and strategic adaptation. What's truly fascinating here is the profound emphasis on an internal locus of control.
Believing you have influence.
Exactly. It serves as a potent reminder that even when the external circumstances seem overwhelmingly beyond our direct control, our response, our attitude, our strategy, and our persistent efforts to optimize our position,
Those are always within our power.
always, unequivocally, within our power to change. You can always change your approach to find a better, more effective fit, no matter how limiting the current situation might seem.
And when you seamlessly combine that profound sense of personal agency with just sheer, unyielding determination,
Then what happens?
you arrive at the kind of transformative power that legendary baseball player Babe Ruth spoke about. It's hard to beat a person who never gives up.
Ugh, the classic. But maybe with a twist here. This iconic quote, viewed through this lens of strategic acceptance, takes on a richer, more nuanced meaning than just stubbornness.
Yeah, it's not just banging your head against the wall.
No. Persistence, in this context, isn't about blindly pushing forward with the same failing approach, heedless of reality, like American Motors pouring money into a flawed model.
Right.
Instead, it's about a continuous process of intelligent adaptation and optimization within evolving constraints.
Learning and adjusting.
Profoundly learning from what didn't work, meticulously analyzing why, and then courageously trying a new way, a different angle, a refined strategy.
Like Volkswagen again.
Exactly. Much like how Volkswagen didn't give up on being a car company,
Yeah.
they fundamentally changed their approach to finding their niche. Persistent not in their method, but in their ultimate goal of viability and distinctiveness.
Right.
This highlights the truly dynamic nature of strategic acceptance. It's not a static, one-time decision to just accept things.
It's active.
It's an ongoing, iterative process of refinement, resilience, and relentless resourcefulness to ensure you are perpetually striving for your optimal alignment, your perfect fit.
Even when the goalposts move.
Or the terrain dramatically shifts beneath your feet. It's the relentless pursuit of being the right size through continuous intelligent effort. Hashtag the discipline of simplification. Okay, as we approach the culmination of our deep dive into finding your right size and embracing strategic acceptance, there emerges this supremely practical operational principle that really ties together everything we've explored.
What's that?
The transformative power of simplification.
Simplification. Cutting through the noise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Surgically cutting away the extraneous to reveal and empower the essential.
That profound idea is exquisitely captured in this final piece of wisdom from our collection. The ability to simplify means to eliminate the unnecessary so that the necessary may speak.
Simple yet profound.
It really is. This isn't just about efficiency. It feels like the very core of effective strategy, doesn't it? Clarity of purpose.
It truly is, and it directly echoes Drucker's sharp prescription for businesses that are the wrong size. His urgent call to identify what's out of all proportion and hypertrophied.
Bringing it back to Drucker.
Yeah. Simplification, at its heart, is about the ruthless and deliberate cutting away of anything that isn't actively serving your core purpose, your strategic priorities, or your optimal alignment.
Getting rid of the clutter.
It's a process of realigning precious resources, your time, your energy, your focus, with what truly drives value and allows you to be your right size. The source gives a wonderfully relatable analogy.
Oh, yeah.
Think about your backpack. If you put in your books, your lunch, your pencils, and a basketball, and your winter coat, and 10 toys, it becomes too heavy to carry, right?
Chuckles. Definitely too heavy. Can't move.
This vivid image illustrates how trying to do everything, trying to be too many sizes at once, trying to cater to every possible need, inevitably prevents you from doing anything well.
Yep.
But let's take that a step further. This isn't just physical weight. It's cognitive load, diffused focus, the inability to be agile when things change quickly.
And it's hard to let go sometimes.
The psychological challenge of letting go of these unnecessary things is often immense. It requires confronting sunk costs, time or money already invested, and maybe ego attachments to past successes or old dreams.
Fear of missing out, too. FOMO.
Huge one, FOMO. The real insight here is that often the unnecessary things we cling to are like comfort blankets or illusions of control or just distracting side quests.
That actually hold us back.
That, far from helping, actively prevent us from truly excelling and finding our right size. True power lies in courageous elimination, allowing only what is essential to stand clear and strong.
And this isn't a one-and-done process, is it? Not just cleaning out the backpack once.
No, definitely not.
It's not a checklist you complete and then you're done. As our sources also profoundly remind us, the race for excellence has no finish line.
Yeah, that puts it well. Precisely. This means that the pursuit of excellence, of always finding and refining your right size, is an ongoing dynamic process.
Continuous refinement.
Continuous refinement and intelligent adaptation, not a fixed destination you arrive at and then comfortably settle into.
It's a mindset.
It's about cultivating a mindset of continuous learning, relentless growth, and persistent optimization. This principle compels us to apply the discipline of simplification not just once, but perpetually.
Always asking, is this necessary?
Consistently asking that, yeah. Staying focused on what truly matters for that ever-unfolding journey. You are always calibrating your fit, always ensuring you're operating as your most effective self for the current leg of the race.
A never-ending journey of finding your perfect fit as you evolve.
As the environment changes and as your understanding deepens, yes.
So after traversing this rich landscape of insights, what does this all profoundly mean for you listening right now?
Bringing it all together.
Yeah. Taken together, these diverse pieces of wisdom suggest that truly finding our right size, whether we're talking about ourselves as individuals, complex organizations, or interconnected communities, requires cultivating three profoundly interconnected elements.
Like pillars.
Yeah, think of them as the foundational pillars of strategic acceptance, each reinforcing the others.
Okay, the first pillar is what we can maybe call strategic honesty.
Honesty with yourself.
Deep honesty. The courageous and clear-eyed process of accurately assessing your current position, acknowledging your true capabilities, and, critically, recognizing the genuine constraints you face.
No sugarcoating.
None. This must be done without any self-deception, wishful thinking, or external blame. It's like looking into a perfectly clear mirror and seeing yourself, your situation, your environment precisely as they are.
Seeing the good and the bad.
Acknowledging both your inherent strengths and the often uncomfortable realities of your current circumstances without judgment or embellishment. This radical honesty is the starting point for any meaningful strategic shift. The second pillar, deeply intertwined with the first, is character development.
Building that internal foundation.
Exactly. The conscious and continuous building of your internal foundations, qualities like unwavering discipline, unshakable integrity, profound wisdom, genuine empathy.
These aren't just nice to have.
No, they are the internal competitive advantages that allow you to adapt, to persevere, and to earn authentic, sustainable respect from others. It's about being a person whose actions consistently align with their values.
Who treats others well.
Treats others with kindness, and who can be trusted implicitly. This robust internal strength is precisely what empowers you to maintain your right size and effectiveness even under immense pressure or facing profound adversity. And finally, the third pillar is adaptive excellence.
The dynamic part.
This is the dynamic component, yeah. The active process of continuously optimizing within whatever circumstances you face, even the most imperfect or challenging ones.
Seeing constraints differently.
Viewing external constraints not as insurmountable barriers or convenient excuses for mediocrity, but as unique opportunities for distinctive positioning and innovative problem solving.
Keep trying, keep learning.
It's about a relentless commitment to keeping trying, to learning from every experience, and to iterating your approach, even when things are incredibly hard or the path deviates wildly from what you expected.
And making the most of the hand you're dealt.
Absolutely. Always striving to operate as your most effective, most authentic self within the given context, constantly refining your fit.
The collective wisdom gleaned from this Day 214, it reminds us of a powerful truth, I think. We don't need perfect conditions to pursue excellence, to make a profound impact, or to truly flourish.
Because perfect conditions rarely exist.
Exactly. They almost never exist in the real world. What we unequivocally need is the strategic intelligence, that blend of honesty, character, and adaptability.
To work optimally within imperfect ones.
To work optimally, creatively, and with genuine impact within imperfect ones. Whether you're grappling with complex business challenges, navigating significant personal setbacks, or managing profound cultural or technological transitions.
The path forward isn't complaining.
No. The most effective path forward lies not in lamenting your limitations, but in strategically discovering and leveraging the unique advantages they might, counterintuitively, actually offer.
This philosophy, this framework of strategic acceptance and finding your right size, it feels particularly resonant right now, doesn't it?
Very relevant for our time.
We live in an era of unprecedented rapid change. Constant flux demands both a profound rootedness in our core values,
And incredible adaptability.
unparalleled adaptability to new realities. It calls for both individual excellence and a deep-seated sense of collective belonging.
Finding value strategically.
Ultimately, yeah, it's about finding profound value, achieving sustainable success, and truly flourishing not through brute force or trying to be everything to everyone,
But through positioning.
through discerning strategic positioning, cultivating distinctiveness, and continuously optimizing your unique alignment within this vast, imperfect, and ever-evolving world. Hashtag AceTag outro.
The race for excellence may indeed have no finish line, but it most certainly has a critical starting point.
Which is,
That moment of courageous self-acceptance, accepting exactly where we are right now.
while refusing to stay stuck there.
Exactly. While simultaneously refusing to accept that this current point is where we must eternally remain, it's about embracing the journey of constant optimization, continuous growth, and dynamic evolution.
This contemplation, this framework of strategic acceptance, it raises an important, deeply personal question for you, our listener.
Something to take away.
Yeah, something to carry with you as you navigate your day, your week, your life. What's one specific area in your life, a project, a relationship, a habit, a professional goal, where you might be unwittingly trying to be the wrong size?
Where are you out of sync?
Operating out of sync with your true capabilities or the demands of the situation. And building on that discipline of simplification,
What can you eliminate?
what's one unnecessary thing, a commitment, a distraction, an outdated belief you can courageously eliminate so that what's truly necessary can finally speak clearly?
Allowing you to find that perfect, most powerful fit.
Mm.
We sincerely hope this deep dive has provided you with some truly valuable nuggets of knowledge, maybe some stimulating insights.
Hopefully some aha moments.
Yeah. And a fresh, actionable perspective on how to identify your unique place and thrive powerfully and authentically, no matter the circumstances you encounter.
Remember the power of dreaming big,
Working hard.
being kind.
And understanding that finding your perfect fit isn't a static destination you just arrive at.
No, it's a continuous, dynamic journey.
A journey of continuously growing into exactly who you're truly meant to be.